Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. And here we are at a Goodwill. Gonna see if we find anything good today. So let's go inside, see what we find. So as I get in the store, I grab my cart, I start flying through the racks as fast as I can. I come across this brand right here. I think it's called Silk Hill or Spring Hill or Stag Hill, something like that. I've never seen it before, so I put it in the cart. And as you see, I already had a few stuff already stacked in there already. So what I do is no different than what most resellers do, if not all of them do, which is if I see a brand that I'm not familiar with, I just, right away put it in the cart and just get a huge collection going. And then as I have time later, I'll find a quiet spot, do research on every single one. If it's valuable, I'll keep it. If not, I'll put it right back on the rack after I'm done looking. And as I'm watching this now, I do come across a few brands here that I've never seen before that I probably should have put in the cart. And I'm just flying by these shirts right here, guys. Now, I've seen resellers say that it's harder to do this with one hand, which is what I'm doing, and I can vouch for that. I mean, I know it looks like I'm just flying through these shirts, pretty easily, but with two hands, it's definitely much more effective. But yeah, so there's another brand I'd never seen before. It looks nice, Falconable, something like that. But anyway, so I will say most of these shirts that I have, and there's another brand, I really should have grabbed that shirt too and did more research, because knowing my luck, I'm going to find out later on that brand is actually pretty valuable. But most of these shirts I did actually end up putting back because they weren't really worth picking up at the time anyways. A lot of them really weren't that great. I did pick up a few things. An LL Bean sighting. Whenever I see LL Bean, I always stop to see what it is, just to make sure that it's not from see if it is from the US. Now this Peter Miller shirt right here, I was checking out from top to bottom because when I saw that logo, it looked pretty old, like fairly vintage for whatever reason. That doesn't seem like a common Peter Miller shirt that I've seen. I mean a logo. So I probably, once again, another one I should have looked more into. All right, guys. So I was able to find a couple of things. I found two shirts in there. I actually wasn't able to show that on the camera just because I found those two shirts on the top of the rack where the polo shirts are, and it's harder to angle the camera and reach up at the same time. So I wasn't able to find anything on the racks on the floor, but thankfully I did not come away with nothing. I did find two shirts. I'll show them to you later, but as of right now we are going to head to another Goodwill right down the street, so I'll see you guys there. All right, guys, so here we are at the second Goodwill. Now this was a bit of a surprise. This was not the Goodwill I planned to go to. In fact, I've never even been here, because I looked up this Goodwill online, and apparently it said it was still in construction, but this is definitely open. There's already cars here and everything, so we're gonna go inside and see what we find in here. So it's always fun going to a Goodwill that you've never been to, right? Because you never know what you're gonna find. So let's see what we get in there. So once I go into the second Goodwill, my very first rack, I slide back like 5 shirts, and then bam, Johnnie-o. It's a brand that I've been looking for the longest time, have never come across it myself, and as soon as I saw it, I didn't think twice. I snatched it up as fast as I could. And right here coming up, I spot another LL Bean. It looked pretty vintage, but once I looked closer, it was not from the US. I mentioned before, LL Bean US shirts always are a bit more profitable. Bam, and as I said, another LL Bean, but not too much there. All right, guys, so as you saw, we did pick up that Johnnie-o shirt, a brand I've been looking for ever since I heard about it, so nice to have that. I did find one more shirt, a Patagonia shirt, however, for the same reason as before. On the top rack, I wouldn't be able to record and look properly, so I wasn't able to show that, but I will show you why, in my opinion, that was a bit of a gamble. All right. So anyways, we got one more stop to go, and then I'm going to call it a day. So let's head to our last Goodwill and see how much luck we have there. All right, guys, so here we are at the last Goodwill of the day. So let's go inside and see how lucky we get at this one. So as we go into the final Goodwill, I'm flying through the shirts as usual. Always start with the dress shirts for me, and then I work my way to the polos. And then bam, LL Bean, Freeport, Maine, made in the USA. Grabbed it finally. So just like Johnnie-o, a LL Bean made in the USA shirt sighting has finally happened. I finally found a LL Bean made in the USA in Freeport, Maine, which I believe Freeport, Maine is probably the most valuable of LL Bean shirts. So I was ecstatic when I found it. So there's 2 brand names right there that finally check off my list. I got a few more to go, but it's nice to always find brands that you hear of and you finally find them for yourselves on the racks. All right, guys, so as you saw, we got I did actually come up with a couple things. I didn't record everything in there, but I did find a few decent items in there. So let's get back and I'll show you everything that I got. All right, guys, so now that we're back at the house, let me show you everything that I got. Like I said, I got a lot of stuff off camera because it was in upper racks or somewhere else that I wasn't able to record at the time. The first thing I found right here, which actually I found this on my way to the cashier. I turned the camera off already, phone's in the pocket. and I saw this on a rack. Now, these are the racks by the cashier that are, you know, in a circle. They normally have brand new stuff there, but it's like the knockoff, or not knockoff, but like the cheap brands that doesn't really go for anything. And I noticed this polo, and when I looked closer, I saw that, and I was like, is that what I think it is? And I looked even closer, and I saw, oh, wait a minute, that looks pretty vintage to me. Looked it up, and turns out it is chemise. I'm not sure you pronounce it, but made in France. These go for about, you know, between 20 and 30. So I got lucky there. I think I paid like $6 for it. Not a bad deal overall. In the video, I did mention that I got lucky and I finally found myself a johnnie-o shirt. I've been looking for this brand forever, but I lucked out because I believe in my second Goodwill or my third one, I found yet another johnnie-o, but this is a performance version. So this is a prep performance, so it's like the Nike dry fit version for johnnie-o. So I found two johnnie-os in one day. Like, what are the odds of that, right? Finding a shirt that I've been looking for, and I find two of them. Now this one was a bit of a, I guess you could say, a gamble. It's just a plain blue shirt like the one I'm wearing now, actually, but it is from the North Face, and these only go for like $17, $18 if you're lucky. But the reason I bought it is because it was on sale for $2. I'm like, $2. If I actually sell it for $17 and only paid $2 for it, how is that not a win, right? So I was glad to have that. And now this one right here, this proves to what I was saying earlier in the video. It's a brand, Link Soul. Never heard of it before, but I put it in the cart, you know, did my research later on. I found out these go for about $20, and also only paid like $3 for this one, 3 or 4, something like that. But even still, like I said, $3, $4, it's not a crazy gamble. This one was probably one of the more mysterious ones. This white shirt right here, dog. It is organic cotton. It's got like a knitting feel to it. It's not pure like the one I'm wearing now. But what made it more popular was it's Patagonia. I got a whole bunch of Patagonia shirts now, and I'm glad to see it. This one I think could maybe also go for about $20. Got it for like $5. So nothing here was too crazy, you know. And this was actually the first shirt I found overall. And of all the stores I went to, this is the very first shirt. Vineyard Vines, you know, nothing crazy, but it's a standard yellow polo. Good condition, good collar and everything. So I would probably guess, what, $18, $19 for this one too. But also only paid $4. But of course, as you guys saw, my biggest pull of all was probably by far the LL Bean Vintage, and a crazy good collar too, from Freeport, Maine. I thought to myself, finally, johnnie-o and LL Bean from Freeport, Maine in the same day, and it's in great condition. I was surprised when I saw how good this collar is. I mean, if you told me the owner never wore it, I would probably believe you because how good the condition is. So this one can actually go for between 20 and 30 and only pay $4. So overall, guys, that was actually a pretty good day. But anyways, guys, so this type of video was a little different. I went inside the store with the camera. Let me know, guys, should I do more of these, or do you guys prefer the regular, me just showing my haul from beginning to end? But anyways, guys, I had fun doing it. It was something different, and guys, but of course, it all, you know, depends on you guys, if you guys prefer the old version or the new way. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, I got more videos on the way, so stay tuned. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later.